Hi everyone. This is my first time I've ever done a live demonstration of my lessons. I've always had them recorded, so this is a first for me, and I'm very excited and nervous at the same time. Anyways, I'm very delighted you're here. I'm going to show you how to do cursive handwriting. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it from here to the paper on my art table. I'm at my art table. And I think it'll work. I'm using everything on my iPhone, but I think it'll work. And what I'm sure you've seen me begin with this before. And that's a very, very important basics. It's a circle within a circle. I got the shakes right now because I'm actually nervous. Anyways, so it's a circle within a circle within a circle within a circle. And then when you feel that you're good with that and comfortable with that, then you go up in the air, down. Notice I did that. Up in the air, down. Up in the air, down, up in the air, down, and up in the air, down, and these are your basics for the cursive, and then you can actually do this, so up in the air and down, with a dot on top, up in the air and down, with a dot on top. That's your eye. I'm sure you can see that. Anyways, so what I'd like you to do is, now it's your turn. I would like you to do a row of these until you're comfortable with it, and a row of these, and then bridge it over to this. So it's now your turn to do that, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to do this as well, because the whole idea is to teach you how, step by step, and that's how I teach in my membership, is I do a step and then the student does a step. So and when I do private lessons, I do the same thing. I do a demonstration of it and then they do it too. Showed these demonstrated and this, so now it's your turn to do that, and I'm just waiting for everybody to give me the word that they got that done. So once you feel comfortable with this, then doing this same thing, then you can actually, I'm going to do it right here underneath, you can actually go up in the air, down, up in the air, along, down, and now you got the word it. So up in the air, down, up in the air, a long stroke down, dot, and the cross. This is just cursive. We're not going into the fancier styles. This is the basics of all the rest of the cursive handwriting. Let me know when you've done a couple of those and that you feel good about it. And also, because you can do this, now you can also do the letter U. And I think what we'll do is we'll bridge it over to the circle, these ones. And you can do the letter O just based on this basic technique alone. So you know how you did a circle within a circle, except this time you're coming out on the side, so you do a circle, or an oval really, and an oval inside, and the exit on the outside, and you have your O. Please let me know if you have any questions as we progress on this. It is very relaxing to do, isn't it? And I just would like to give you the time to execute as we move along. All right. So now that we have this, we're going to do the C, which is easy to do because it's just simply this. We're going to go fairly on the large side because it's much easier to learn doing it large than it is to do it small. And then you're learning the correct technique. And then there's the letter A, which is, now you don't close it up completely. Do you notice how I did that? So I did this really small oval up in the air, and then from here, go down and up in the air. And that closes it all up. So up in the air. And notice this is the same height as this. And this is the same height, same across here. And this over here is open. You don't want to close that up. And then here's the word at. So you've done the A, and up high, come down, and then you've got the T, so the word at. Again, if you have any questions, please ask. I can see the comments below, and let me know how you're doing with this, or if you're having any difficulty, or if you need any help. Just let me know. Like I said, I've always taught lessons recorded, so this is my first time doing it live, but it's not much different really. It just you just have to make sure that all the tech gear is in place. So we got the word at, and now we can even make another word together with the C and the T. So I don't want to do it too fast for you, but I'm used to writing fast because I can. But to break it down, it's just simply the C up in the air. Then you got the C by itself, see? And then you put the A beside it, and it joins it that way. And then this stroke completes the A. And then this comes down and goes across. And then you have the word cat. So now you know how to do the I, the T, the O, the C, and the A, and are able to do the words it, at, and cat. And we can also do another word from what you've learned here, and that is the word cut. So you have the C by itself. I'll bring it up higher so you can see it better. And then the U, and the U, and the T. Notice how I go up in the air for these strokes and come down with the weight on these other strokes. And that's how you actually get the difference with the thick and the thin strokes. Because you're up in the air, see how light that up in the air stroke is? Then you put weight on this stroke, up in the air, and it's kind of, I prefer doing it fast, but I'm trying to do it slow to show you the breakdown. How's that for you so far? And because you also know how to do the A, I'm going to show you how to do the D. So the D is the same. See how it's, the weight goes on this part of it, and it's very light up in the air, and not always closed up here because you can count on this downstroke to close it up. And now you have a nice D. And you can write the word dad. That'll give you lots to practice. How's everyone doing? I'll just give you some quiet time to execute all of that, because that's quite a bit. So I hope you have that pen and paper and doing it with me, because that's the whole idea, is to learn how to do it with me. I can also take a picture of this and send it to you, so you can actually have it as a PDF to trace if you wish. It will be in my lessons. I do include worksheets and workbooks, or I should say worksheets, because there'll be the first letter of every line will be done like this, and then the following line, the letters of the line will be ghosted, so you can trace it. And it'll be very good for you to practice with that over and over until it becomes a part of you. It's like teaching you an automatic way of writing, and it will become very much a part of you when you actually practice and practice and practice over the ghosted letters I'll provide. So I'll go over what we did. It's the basics of, you've got the circle within the circle, you got the up in the air and down, and this just to show you, and then to do the small one, to do the I, and then up in the air and down to do the word it. Same technique for you. And then when you have this, you can do the O, so it's the circle within the circle, and you exit on the side. And the C is just simply that. It's actually really easy to do the C. And then you come up and not fully close it, but this stroke here will close it by coming down. You always keep this part open, and this is the same height as the top of the oval. And then you have this coming down, you have your T. We're just doing this kind of T because it's pertinent to the handwriting cursive. This is cursive lettering, the style they taught us in school back in the day when they used to teach. And so this is all this is. I'm not getting into the fancy ways of crossing the T because it's another lettering style, and that would come later. I'm just giving you an introduction of the cursive. See how I put the letters together to make words, and then you have to learn how to put the words together to make sentences. And then when there's several lines of text, you have to compensate for that too, knowing where to start on the second line with the letter you're about to do. So there's a lot to learn, but I wanted to give you this introduction to handwriting, cursive handwriting, so that you can see my methods of teaching is very step by step. That is why all my students can do beautiful calligraphy and beautiful handwriting. And it doesn't have to take a long time, but it does require a lot of practice between your lessons. That is, and I will be providing, like I said, the ghosted worksheets for you to trace, so you can actually benefit from that and practice, practice, practice. And the beauty of the worksheets too is you can print off as many of those sheets as you want to practice, practice, practice as much as you want. So there's no limit to how many worksheets. I'll be providing one, but you can print off several of the one sheet, so it's pretty good. A lot of progress without feeling overwhelmed. That's another thing. I really make sure that it's excuse me. Make sure that it's done very good step-by-step basis so that you learn every step of the way, and then after a while you're going to be amazed at what you can do yourself. So come on in with me, come aboard, and I hope to see you on the inside.